Well, I finally made it back to my studio. I'm not spraying right now with those cans. Working direct, laying down underpaintings for large pieces, and I'm mixing up color. Here's the canvases. I put down a lot of color. And keep the fan on. Here's another one. I have a painting table up front there that I lined with plastic, but I've got to fix it. So right now I'm working on just on the floor. It doesn't really matter. It's a cement floor. And what's interesting is that I've got older works like that one where same kind of process where I pour the paint on, let it drip. And it takes a while before I can see what I want to have happen. I don't plan my paintings out. Okay, let's see now what I want to do. I think I want to just pour this down. Now this is kind of difficult to do this and hold the camera at the same time, but let's see what happens here. Pour that on. Oh, it's a little too thick. And then I put it up. Let it run, make those and I turn it sideways to get shake it. Drips get down into that red. The paint is a mixture of tempera, water, and acrylic medium. I like to use this paint at first because it's fluid and it is not a real expensive paint. Okay, there. Now, let that sit up at an angle. And let's see what's happening. And so I get all these patterns on. Now, I haven't worked like this since I've been doing the spray paints. Working on the smaller scale with the cans. But I have to change up every once in a while. Just so that I stay fresh. Now I'm going to take... I think I'll take the red. It's a little bit more fluid. And... might flick some on to begin with, but really right in the beginning I'm pouring. And there it goes. Now I'm gonna turn it sideways. That's a nice line. Shake it, shake it, shake it. Okay. Shake it some more. There we go. And then what I'll do is I'll turn the fan on it. So it'll dry. It's kind of influenced by the encaustic because the encaustic dries immediately and I can make changes. With the acrylic, I have to let it dry. Sometimes what I do though is, last week when I was in here, I was dropping drips on it, and I really like that. Let me put this back in the bucket. In fact, let me throw some of this blue in this red. Make a little segue. Okay, that's enough. And again, I can do all this because this is underpainting. The pieces here, and these are all 62 by 48. It's kind of a standard size that I use because this canvas size will fit in our car. This is an older piece that started off in the same way, and then I get more deliberate and I put tape on it. And then some real older ones, like this one, again, also started in the same way, but then as I work on it, I get more deliberate and more using the brush as opposed to just pouring paint. And here's another one. And there's the subtractive areas where the tape was. And then I used serrated sponges to make those kind of tracks. So, and I'm working on some round ones later. But sometimes you have to change up. And I haven't abandoned the spray paint. I really like what it does. And with the stencils and all of that. But for the time being, I'm going to be pouring paint to see what I can learn from this process again. It's always about revisiting yourself.